What's going on, guys? It's your boy Random Guy Kev, and this is Thoughts of a Random Guy. We talk about many things dealing with love, dating, relationships, adulting, life's ups and downs, and the ever evolving world of just being a human. Don't forget to check me out on all your favorite social media platforms at Random Guy Kev and my website at randomguykev.com. Today's topic is Twitter threads. I guess this is part two. My co host for this episode is.
Tunde,
What up?
pleasure to be here.
What up, Tunde? Thank you for showing back up, I guess.
Yeah,
And the Twitter thread we're going over is one that we discussed last time with a different guest, and this one is that phase where you slowly start hating your girlfriend is crazy. And off the last episode, it was just a lot of stuff on here, and I thought it was funny. So one of them that was very funny is when you have to spit on her back to pretend that you came because she doesn't turn you on anymore.
holy shit.
That's 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 terrible. That's terrible. But it's just like as men, we don't break up. It's like that's kind of like a last resort for us. Like if you like stress us out to the point where it causes us mental health issues, but we don't like starting over. And yeah, it's a lot. Another one is when she says "I love you" and thinking that you got to say "I love you too" is tiresome to think of. That's bad.
Yeah, when you start getting to that phase, like it's you almost feel obligated to say it and not because you want to. That's a problem.
It's like, have you ever gotten to a point where you got so tired of somebody and it's just like, yeah, no, I want to break up, but I'm gonna make you break up with me. That's essentially what it is.
No, I can't say I've gotten to that,
Yeah.
but I could speak on past experiences where I was no longer interested in an individual. Like once I knew, like okay, like I knew it was done.
Yeah, you know.
They probably did not know it was done. It was just a matter of damn, how do I navigate through, letting this person down without it exploding worse than what it's supposed to be. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think I've got to the point where I feel like it's a job to tell somebody that you love them. Like I don't think you should ever be to that point. Like if that is the case and you're still in that relationship, God bless you.
Yo, that's crazy. It's like I can't. Me personally, it's like I can't be with somebody that I can't see myself being with long term. And if it becomes an inconvenience to me, I'm deading it. Like why waste my time? Why waste your time? It's like no point to be together if I don't see a future with you anymore. Um, Another one here is when you can't let go because you haven't found her replacement yet. That's wild.
Yeah, that's I guess you could say like if you was out in the dating world and I, you know what? I guess you could say this is why people are always dating multiple people at the same time. Because you don't want to kind of
Yeah.
have like catch yourself in that phase to
Mm-hmm.
begin with, because you don't want to just let everybody go and then like you out just with your twiddling your thumbs and all of that. Um,
I
but
think like as a married man now,
yeah,
yeah, I feel like you knew when it was that time to be like, okay, this is my person. As
yeah,
men,
from
we
the
just
jump,
know,
yeah,
like,
you know,
okay, this is my person. And after, I mean, people say 90-day rule. Sometimes you just know within, you know,
a month.
yeah, a month. Like, can I see myself being with this person long term? No, yes. It's just one of the others. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and drag this shit along for what?
No, like as men, like if you knew that okay, this is my person, you're gonna do everything that you got to do and just make the relationship happen the way you envision it. But yeah, I'm
And the thing is like, I mean, you chase somebody for so long, you get to know them, and then when you finally get to know them, you're just like, all right, this might not be it. Why would you just hop in a relationship with that person? Even
the problem is you probably didn't see all the annoying side. That's the
okay,
issue.
that could be it.
You got see when you're dealing with somebody if you're actually paying attention, they'll show you exactly who they are, like we always say.
Yeah.
Um, if you're paying attention, you see all of their good and the bad habits. Like within 30 days, you should be able to see all of that because people show you who they are like consistently.
Yeah.
If you just ignoring it and you just caught up in the pretty face and all of that, then you're enabling all the bad habits
Yeah.
and you just letting it go for the time being until that annoying side start getting
Sorry,
to
start
you.
getting to you.
That, by the time you realize it's like a year into it, 2 years
You're
into
just
it,
like, damn.
and then you're like, yeah, you're already invested.
Yeah, you're already here, and it's like, and that again comes back down to men not just letting go. Like, yeah, we're not like we already invested time in this. It's like, we already here. I guess we just
Yeah.
gonna deal with it. And this thread is just funny because it's just like so many men in here just in stuff, and they're just like, all right,
You're like stuck.
I'm here.
If you think about it, that's almost like a toxic trait that men have that we don't actually speak of. If you think about it.
Yeah. We don't know how to properly just let go.
Yeah.
Especially if it's something that we've been investing time into. It's like, damn, let's try and work it out. Let's try and figure it out.
Yeah.
But some people don't want to do that. They just want to be like, I want you to break up with me.
Yeah, you're waiting for the person to give you an excuse before you do that, even though intentionally this is what you actually want.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Another one is when you try to hold back the happiness when she's crying because you hurt her.
I don't think I've ever been there.
That's crazy.
I'm actually interested in hearing about that from somebody who's been through it.
When she starts becoming ugly, but anytime she asks how she looks, you have to say beautiful.
I'm sorry. I think every man's probably been in that. I think every guy's probably been in that. Yeah. We've all taken those L's before.
Yeah, like, I mean, I would tell my girl if like she looked off, she don't look specific. Like, no, today don't. Nah, that's not it today. I don't know what it is.
I don't think it's more so just that. I think it's you just say like, okay, yeah, you look good, just because you don't want to be bothered.
Oh yeah.
So that's why I said like I think every guy's probably been there. Like, I don't want to be bothered. Just say yeah, like you on your own, big dog.
Yeah. When you are out with your friends, happy and having fun, and she calls you out of nowhere to check up on you, but it ruins your mood.
Damn.
Yo, I mean, you're with somebody. They're always gonna check up to make sure you're having a good time. But I don't know what it is. I feel like most women, if they see you having a good time, they just throw a wrench in there sometimes. Like, why are you having a good time? I'm not there.
You know what? I don't think I've been
in that.
I think for my, just speaking on just my situation alone, I've always been a person to kind of overextend as far as like, oh, this is where I'm going, or this was going or whatever. Like, just kind of like give an update on my own without actually her checking up or anything. Like, you get what I'm saying? Because I'm very open with where I'm at, what I'm doing. Like, I don't.
But in most cases, even when you're checking in, sometimes they hit you with the, "Oh, you having a good time? Oh, that's great. Okay, that's cool." And you're just like, all right, whatever.
I don't think I've got it. I think it's more so like trying to send me on an errand. I'm trying to just go straight home after the event.
Try to go back.
If you're going to say something, throw a wrench in it, I think that's probably the only thing that's throwing the wrench in.
Make you go errands, run errands and shit.
Like, yo, you think I'm trying to go to shop right after I'm just leaving this brunch? Trying to go home.
I'm trying to go home, be in bed. I'm drunk as hell right now. The fuck? My stomach. That's funny. When you're wondering why you're having such a peaceful day, and it turns out she's giving you the silent treatment. Damn. That's funny. Like, she giving you one-word responses back, if that. And you're just like, oh, okay, that's cool. I hope your days go great. Yes, it is.
Yeah, but you know that's gonna come out at some point.
That is. Yeah. It is. It always comes out. You know, I was mad at you today.
Or
how am I supposed to know you're mad? I can't read your mind. But you're supposed to. Yeah, you're supposed to know. You're supposed to know.
You know, if I'm not talking to you the whole day, like, you should know something is wrong. Am I lying?
Nah, you're right. You're right. When she starts to kiss you and it feels gay. Wow.
That is wild.
That's
Who the heck wrote that?
I, that's I don't know. That that tweet is going somewhere that is not. That's wow. Um, I feel like that like a lot of the men in this, if they are still in relationships, it's like why why don't you just get out? What's the problem? What's the it's I don't feel like well, as all men, yes, we try our best to stick it out with somebody if we're actively trying to fix a problem, but it just seems like these men are causing the problem and they're not trying to fix shit and they're just okay with being in the situation they're in. That's what it feels like to me. They're okay with being in the situation that they're in because they want the other person to break up with them and they
Just
don't want to
acting
break
out.
up.
Yeah, you don't want to break up. You
They don't
just
want to
want
break
to
up.
act out and let them give you a reason to. But like we said, like I guess as men, we just don't know how to just let something go, even when it's not like serving us. Like women are very good with that, but
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about us that we find it so hard to do. But that should be a job. We up and out of there.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like at the end of the day it's one of those things as we get older. I feel like as you get older, I feel like these are a lot of young comments.
Yeah,
A lot of young, I'm still trying to have fun, I'm still trying to be in the streets type of comment. As you get older, you don't want people in your space that bring you harm in any way, like physically, mentally, spiritually. Like
yeah.
you just trying to get rid of that negative energy and live your life. And these comments give me like young, I'm a child. Like,
It's giving young 20s.
yeah,
Um, Definitely once you're like in your 30 and beyond, it's like you said, if it's not serving you, you pretty much you're very confrontational once you go past that age. I would say you're not just sitting there. You get what I'm saying? That's what I feel like most men past their 30s do.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. I mean, and I think it's like you said, it's like once you get past 30, it's like,
like your patience dwindle down.
yeah, yeah,
You know, and that's in all aspects because yeah, we look at 30 and we look like we just think like, oh man, I'm getting old, or this and that. But that's not exactly the case. You're actually still very young.
yeah,
But in our mind, we're like, yo, like the clock is ticking. So you have so many things that you want to accomplish before you hit your 40.
yeah,
And then beyond that, you get what I'm saying?
yeah,
So if you find yourself in a relationship that's not exactly serving you, you're not gonna want to just rot yourself away in that because you have so much stuff that you need to get done. And somebody holding you back, or it's just not something that you want to deal with.
yeah.
I'd
Nah,
much rather be in my own space at peace, grinding to try to get whatever I need to accomplish done, than be out in the world doing what I need to do and then to come back home and then have to deal with some negativity.
yeah,
I'm not trying to do that because I've been dealing with that all day out there. Why do I want to come back home and deal with that?
yeah, yeah. No, you're right. You're 100% right on that. This one's funny. When you're already having the worst day of your life, and she asks, "Would you still love me if I was a worm?" for like the 13th time this week. I feel like we all get asked that by women. Like,
Yeah.
hey, like if I was a trash can, like would you keep me around? Like what? What
Yeah,
kind of
you need trash cans every day.
the
So yeah,
fuck?
you
If
stick around.
if I had one arm and one leg, would you still love me? Yeah, I wouldn't let go of you. The fuck? The fuck is? Why are you thinking like this? Because you're a man. What? Like I don't get it sometimes.
Oh,
Um, when you've just lost money in sports betting and she tries to console you by saying, "Forget about the money. You have me."
let's not even go there.
I mean, that's funny as hell.
That's probably one of the most annoying comments. I'm never gonna hold you
Why is that?
because like you just lost some bread.
Uh-huh.
Last thing I want to hear is like, yeah, you still got me. Yeah, I know you did. Like, but the money's not in my account no more. How about that?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not
I'm not thinking about that
not
right
thinking
now.
about that.
I'm not thinking about that right now. Like, damn.
Like, I got hopes of winning on my fan doing and coming up. Like, yeah, I just put $5 on it. I don't care, but it's saying I could win like 400 off of it.
I'm just
but when
I'm
you
just
put
trying to come up.
yeah, you put out multiple tickets, you don't lost like $100
Yeah.
and you got nothing to show for it. Like, you're gonna be tight.
But you still got her though.
That's not the point.
Oh, this one. You don't post me like you used to. You hate me? Yeah, I do.
That's annoying.
Uh,
That's annoying.
this, I mean, again, I feel like when it comes back down to it, like how, even when, yeah, like that's your girl, your girlfriend, whatever, a phase where you slowly start hating her, that just, I feel like that's like a phase where you slowly realize that you don't want to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
A phase where you slowly feel like you shouldn't be in a relationship or you don't want to be in a relationship anymore because everything that's going on
is negative.
Yeah.
Everything that person does is negative in
It
your eyes.
bothers you.
Yeah.
It's like things that you used to like. It's like now you're just like,
it's not cute anymore.
you're just like, nah, that's not it. That's not the one. I don't like that. It's like, what?
And it goes back to what we were talking about earlier. It's like you look past all the stuff that's annoying that you don't like early on, but because you see a pretty face, you're okay with it until later on in the year. It's just like now it's like bothering you.
Yeah, now it's bothering you.
But that's always been there though to begin with.
Yeah. I mean, and I feel like that's where communication comes back down to. It's like we try our best to be on that person's good side and just look at their flaws or whatever is going on and be like, I could deal with that. And then, like you said, a couple months later, a couple years later, you're just like, you know what? I actually don't like that. Instead of addressing it immediately.
That, and you also have to understand, like, the way you are this year, it's not the way that you're going to be 2-3 years from now.
Yeah.
You're going to change yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you might be able to deal with it right now.
Yeah.
But years down the line, you are a whole different person yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, like, you have to just understand that. So when people say like, oh, you used to be this way.
You used to be this way.
But that was then. That was 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Tunde. That was 2017. Tunde. That was 2018. Tunde. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, 2023 Tunde is a whole different person. I've gone through a lot with those years past.
You've changed as a person.
I've changed.
And like sometimes people don't understand that piece. Like, you change every year. You're a different person. You're not the same person you were yesterday. And you learn to like things, you learn to dislike things. That it's like
you learn to just cope and just manage some things as well.
Yeah, certain things don't fit in your bubble anymore, in your space. Yes. You're just like, oh, fuck this shit. I'm good. I'm okay. I like, and I feel like we're scared to immediately say things, both men and women, to someone that we see as potential.
Yes.
We're scared to say something and be like, yo, like, yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this about you. And you feel like, I mean, because you don't want to offend somebody.
But now we're in a generation where people are more blunt and upfront.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. But I would say there's a high percentage of people doing that. They're not doing it because people show who they really are, and they're like, oh, this person's for the streets. Or this, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think once people get comfortable, they, like you said, they show their true colors, but they also say what's really on their mind.
Yeah.
They really say what's on their mind and go from there.
But then it's like, can you deal with it? If you know it's not something that you want that could fit in your bubble, your realm of your world, then, you learn to let that shit go.
Yeah. For me personally, I have to be straight up. Like, I feel like I have to be straight up immediately. And if you can handle me straight up, then it's like, okay, possibly, we could possibly work out. because it's not me like criticizing you or saying something. I just don't like these particular things. I don't like doing this. You like doing it. I don't like doing it. Like, like I don't want it. That's the part where it becomes like you keep everything in and it just starts boiling up, boiling up, boiling up, boiling up until you just let it all out.
You start lashing out.
Yeah, and you should just start attacking your person. It's like, bro, like, why didn't you tell me this shit before? Like, why didn't you tell? I've done this plenty of times, and now you're just telling me
It's never
about it.
bothered you before.
Yeah.
Now it bothers you. But that's all. Like we said, as men, we have a hard time letting things go. So, meaning also that we hold a lot of stuff in
Mm-hmm.
to the point where we can't take it anymore,
Mm-hmm.
which is not really good. It's nothing healthy about that.
Ugly. And I feel like we should be more forward, more forward with what we need to say in our thought process. But I mean, I think a lot of us are getting there now.
Yeah.
In this generation, and as we get older, it's like, okay, we have to be more vocal on our feelings and just life in general, because no one want to go through some shit like this, like go on a Twitter thread and you find your significant other like bashing you. Like, damn, like this is why like you're trying to make me break up with you, like, instead of like you just us having a conversation, us actually talking about it. And the fact is, a lot of people live together too.
Yeah.
A lot of people live together now. I mean, I'm Haitian, so that's a whole another thing that we don't really do. We're essentially we're raised not to do until you're married. But um, it's just that's scary, because now I've heard situations of people living with someone. Now they break up. The lease ain't up until a year later. They're still living with the person.
But you know what? I would say it's better to probably go through that, live with a person, than wait till after marriage to then now
Find out
start
all
to
this
find out
quirks.
all the stuff that doesn't work.
Mm.
Because it's not just boyfriend and girlfriend now.
Yeah.
It's a title,
Yeah.
paperwork that goes with that. At least, yeah, let's say, yeah, you living with a person right now, and then you find out it's not working, but then you still have about maybe 6 months left on that lease.
Yeah,
that's just 6 more months that one person has to just deal with.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure, like, yeah, there's been hard conversations, but I'm quite sure you could have that conversation to see like who's staying and who's going.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And just manage yourself for 6 months and then figure out the rest, rather than you talking about years.
Yeah.
Like it's really better to deal with somebody, like to live with them early on in a relationship than actually wait until after the marriage.
And I think that starting to live with somebody too is like, that's like you said, you start to learn more about them, and it's just like, okay, I don't think I really like you. Like, living with you hasn't been the best. I didn't realize it would be like this. And I think that goes back to like people who actually spend time together, not just because people think, oh, I'm spending time with you, we're going outside, we're doing a lot of stuff outside. That's not a lot of
that doesn't translate to what happens on the day-to-day inside the house, like, at all.
And that's why, like, I feel like I'm happy that I own a home, because my girl could just come over, hang out, spend a night, like stay the whole week, and like bring her stuff, and she good. Because that in a sense gives me an idea how she is when she's comfortable. A lot of people, if they're not comfortable at your home, they're not gonna they're not gonna show who they really are.
Yeah, on that day-to-day.
Yeah, so it's like, once they get comfortable, then they start doing extra stuff.
Another thing that you have to look at is, okay, once you start living together, it's not just like your situation. Let's say like, one party like owns a home, but then the other person just visited it in and out, like stop and go or whatever. When it's now both of you living together, you're both invested in that place that you stay.
Yep.
You're both paying the rent, or one person paying the rent, but the other person is paying like the light bill and all this. But like, you're both invested in that place that you're calling your home. You both have something to lose, so it's not like, oh, you could just go whenever you want. Like, it's a little bit more to it now, because now I could really be myself.
Yeah.
It's not just a weak thing where like, oh, I could just be a certain way, let my head down just a little bit and then go. But once both parties are invested in it, a lot more comes out.
Yeah. And then that opened the door for that whole 50-50 discussion that people love to talk about now.
Listen,
I'm like,
that 50-50 thing, how can I even put it?
it-
I'm not gonna say I'm against it. I'm not against it, but I'm also me as the way that I am. I'm not a 50-50 person.
yeah.
The way I was raised, I'm supposed to take on the
To,
bulk
to,
of
yeah, take the
of
bulk of everything.
yeah. So if it's a phase where I have to deal with everything, like from electricity to rent or phone bill, whatever, I do what I need to do
Yeah,
until my partner's
and
ready to
that's the
do what
thing.
they
It's
need to
like
do.
that comes back to a cultural thing too. So it's like
Yes,
culturally, I think we were raised different.
yes,
Where if shit needs to get paid, shit gonna get paid. Like I don't
yeah.
care. I don't
Because
care if we have a joint bank account. Shit's gonna
the
get
thing
paid.
is, it's. I look at it as it's us.
Yeah,
It's not just like, well, I already took care of my bill. Like,
yeah.
no, it doesn't
No,
work like that.
yeah. It's us at the end of the day
That's
together.
the mindset that you have to have. Like
Mm-hmm.
80-20, it's fine. 75-25, it's
I
fine.
don't think there should be a percentage on anything. It's us.
I don't, but that's what everybody out there
Everybody,
throws
yeah.
out there. At the end of the day, for whatever bills that need to be taken care of for the house, it
It's
really
gonna get
doesn't
taken.
matter
Yeah,
who takes care of it.
yeah.
But as a man, you're more obligated. Like, okay, this is my
That's my
responsibility.
responsibility. Yep. But so as we come to a conclusion for this one, what do you want to leave people with on that phase where you slowly start hating your girlfriend? Is crazy. This whole Twitter thread thing.
When you start hating your girlfriend, I, you just got to leave. Like, if I was ever in that position, I'm just leaving.
I'm
Like, I'm
out.
not.
Yeah.
There's nothing there. And I would say back when I was moving out here,
Mm,
you could say I was a little more raw and cold,
mm,
but that was what was needed for me to be at the state that I'm at right now.
yeah. Well, I mean, you got to be direct at this. I mean, you have to. Like, don't waste your time. Just, this shit's over. All right, cool, bye.
Don't send a text.
Yeah.
A phone call, in-person conversation is a lot better than sending a text. You
Yeah.
send a text, you're gonna get chewed out.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's it for this episode. You guys can find me on all social media platforms at Random Guy Kev and my website at randomguykev.com. Don't forget to check in, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.